gonna start doing my videos on with a time and a date on it. But I'm empathic, and I gotta tell you a story about my mom. My mom was telling me the story. They were younger. I kind of experienced it. It like reversed last night because when I went walking, it reversed. And how it reversed was, my mom was telling me a long time ago. She's like, it's Old Hawthorne Road. Like when you pass Putnam County line, they got Old Hawthorne Road. Old Hawthorne Road, you can take Old Hawthorne Road. You either take 20 and then go down to Gordon Chapel Road, or you can like go up through my grandparents' house. Old Gordon Chapel Road. Old Hawthorne Road. It's called Old Hawthorne Road. It's dirt road. And then if you go up a little further, they have Hutchinsonville, Johnson area, Cowpen Lake. They have another lake. I mean, like in that area, it's like a community. And my family, they're the Hutchisons, the Williams, and the Gordons. Most of the people that's related to me on the Mays side, I have Putnam Hall. I have on the Mays, the Davises, and some of the other people. I'm not really and Daniels. I'm not really up on my daddy's side of the family, but I do know my immediate close relatives, like my cousin on my daddy's side. But on my mama's side, I was around my mama a lot. But my mom was telling me a story about Curtis and how when he was walking, it was at night. And he was walking. He had on some corduroy pants. That's what he had on. And you know, when the corduroy pants, when you be walking, you know, they go, you know, like when you be walking. Okay. And it made me think about what my mom was saying about Curtis. Like he was walking down the road. I guess he was his Curtis is dead now, God rest his soul. But his wife is still alive. I don't know if he was going to see Lucille or not. If he was all dressed up in his pants, he was walking from Gordon Chapel. He had a corduroy pants. My mama say he was dressed up. He thought he was doing it. And talking about when he was walking with his pants, he talking about with the corduroys, when you start walking, he said when he walked fast, like the pants speed up, because he thought somebody was following him, right? He said he felt like somebody was like following him, like watching him. Say so the faster he walked, the faster it looked like the pace of somebody was walking, but it was his corduroys going. Mama said Curtis broke out running. He was running so damn hard that he was banging on the door. And my granddaddy let him in, and he fell in the damn house. He was scared. He was like, literally, he was scared. Okay, last night I was going to Circle K. I was coming back. I was going to Circle K, and I was like, you know how like with the street lights and stuff, like on 2nd Street when I walked, it was at night. So I know you only see one shadow. I seen 2 shadows. So I was like, well, what the hell? And so, like, it kind of scared me. And then, like, I kept walking. Walked to the store. I said, okay, I made me feel like somebody is with me. I said, I see a shadow. It's 2 shadows. It's no usually with lights you see 1. But I seen 2 shadows. So, it was like another image, like, shaped up like me, another image. But I seen it's 1 shadow in the front and 1 shadow in the back. But both, they were humans. They were shadows. So, when I was walking back from the store, I was listening to my music. And when I was walking, I wondered why I was speeding up real fast. I said, okay, somebody petitioning with Saint Expedient. Because when I started speeding up and I slowed, I said, oh God, I said, I need to slow down. And I was speeding up again, like walking real fast, but I wasn't tired. It's like, I was like zoned out, like was it like in a zone. And it was like with music, like it was kind of crazy. So, I stopped. I stopped by the like a street light, and I looked there. I was like, damn. I said, well, I see all these shadows. It was like on the ground, but it was like all these little images, like human images. So I know I did spiritual work before, and I know how I petition. I petition with people alive, and I do petition with people that have died. I do that with my family members, especially when I want to know something. I remember I used to petition with my granddad. I'd go out there to the graveyard, and I gave him a bud of weed. I sure did. Give him cans of drink. I know my grandmama, she drank Pepsi. And I used to tell my mom in the old room where I used to stay at, I know my mom keep obituaries and stuff like that. And so I was doing a little spiritual work out there, but I was doing a lot of uncrossing. Uncrossing, like you can see, is good luck and stuff like that. When I was out there in my mom's house, the spirit was dealing with me with burning a white candle. So I was burning a white candle, and it was scented. It was like cookies. I don't know why I got chocolate chip cookie. It was a chocolate chip cookie candle. And I used to go out to the graveyard all the time, to visit my people. I haven't been out there in that graveyard for probably about 7 years. That was back in 2019, like 7 years. It was a long time. Last time I went to that graveyard was back in 2012 when my stepdad died. So when I went out there and visited my people, I started looking at everything. I said, well, they got fairy gardens. Because I believe in gardens, and I know sometimes graveyards that have different stuff. So I was like, well, I'm gonna put some stuff out here for my family. Like how I see, like it's a yard. So I put like yard stuff out there, gnome houses, different stuff on my people's graves and people who I know. And so I was walking around, I was like, dang, I said, my grandmama, she old, and my granddad, I was looking at the dates and when they died and stuff like that. So I say this, say that to say this. You could do candle work to see, work with people that are alive, and you can also do candle work with people that hadn't died. But the effects, can you handle what you see? That's what you have to look at it with spirituality and different stuff, even with the paranormal activity. Because with spiritual work, you deal with paranormal activity. That's what I dealt with in my old house when I was getting my candles from New Orleans, F&F Botanical. I was getting my candles from there, and when I was petitioning, paranormal activity was going on in my house in 2918. It was stuff getting knocked off the walls and stuff. If I say the wrong thing, you can see it like it's like a swoosh. It'll knock the whole pitch off the wall. It used to happen a lot in the house. Different stuff. I remember one time, like the stove kind of caught on fire, but I didn't know it. But nothing ain't happened to me in that house. Nothing. It was crazy. There's a lot of stuff that happened inside that house when I was living in it, and I liked it. It was at peace when I threw everything out. When God was dealing with me to throw everything out that house, by then it was like basically I was at peace. And I was picking up on a lot of stuff. Even stuff with the boys in Thailand. I had my kids then when I was picking up the stuff dealing with those guys and the monks and the people in Thailand. Those boys all the way back in the cave. And I hated that the Chinese Marine died. I knew it was his air tank. They should have been checking those air tanks. That's what they should have been doing. Every time you go a dive and you come up, they're supposed to make sure that those air tanks are full at all times when you're doing deep sea diving, especially when you're looking for people, like when it was back in that cave. That's how I knew it was a mistake made when they were doing it, because how they were using the petition. You petition with people alive. I was taking off my shoes, walking when it was raining during that time. And I said, they're going to find them boys. Them boys all the way back in the cave. I could see them. I said, they ain't going to have no shoes. I said, you go back a little further, you'll see them. And it happened. So, and I used to do candle work to help people, especially when people like break out. I used to help people out with that. But I don't really do candle work anymore. So I do it when I can, or if it's empathic for me to do, or with my family, I'll do it. But other than that, nope. Hey family. Hey everybody. If you have blessings, you'll wonder where they're getting them from. Because if God give me an instant, I will petition. I always will. So sometimes the spirit deal with you with not having and dealing with you how people treat you. Be careful how you treat people. You just never know where your blessing lies. All right, talk to you later.